Kindness gladdens me. It makes me feel that there is so much that I need to be grateful for, especially when I'm feeling low. Now, kindness is really important also in organizations, and in this video we will talk about why kindness is important in organizations. So let's get started and discuss this further. Hi, my name is Devika Das. I'm a leadership strategist. I'm going to talk about everything leadership in this channel. So if that is of interest to you, do like and subscribe, and let's get started on this. In the first part, let's talk about why kindness is important in organizations. Now, when there is kindness in the culture, people feel more empowered, they feel more engaged, they feel more ownership towards the organization and the purpose of the organization. And when all of this happens, what happens is that profitability increases. Happy employees means more productivity, means more profit. So it makes commercial sense to foster culture of kindness in the organization. So business, look at it like business sense. It makes good business sense to be kind to your people and foster an environment where there is kindness. It is of competitive advantage to have a kind, empathetic team or an organization, because if the team is cohesive, working together and feel psychological safety, they will be more productive and you will be spending less energy in handling people problems, politics and general toxicity, and focus on providing better service to your customers. When an organization is known for being a company that takes care of their people and has empathy and people are good, then employee retention is easier. You attract the best talents. You must have heard that people don't leave their work. They leave toxic bosses, they leave toxic organization and toxic environments. So when you are having organization which is cohesive, there is teamwork, there is engagement, it builds the reputation of the organization. And then what happens is that you attract great talent. You are retaining talent, you're attracting great talent, and there is a buzz about being one of the best employers that people can work for. And all of it can be built on the foundation of being kinder to your employees. How can you be kinder at work? Now, in this part, I'm not going to talk about specific ways you can be kind to your employees or your teams. Everybody has a different need, and you have to be sensitive towards what the other person needs and be present at that moment and kind at that moment. But what I will talk about in this part is the mindset that you need to be kind. A lot of times when I speak about kindness, there are people who will say, oh, I have met so many unkind people, I've done so much for them, but not even a thank you. Why do you need a thank you? Do your job. The act is the award itself. The act of kindness is in itself a good feeling, and you feel good about it and get out of there. Lingering on, waiting for people to acknowledge you, to be there, and for you to be celebrated for the thing that you did to somebody else. Don't linger around. If you are giving, just give and move on from there. Either you have empathy or you have sympathy, or you have agenda and you're doing what your personal agenda is, or you're being kind. So choose empathy and kindness for the other person instead of for yourself. So many people do something nice and linger around, hover around the person, waiting for an acknowledgement. And the whole idea is to get this thank you in return. I don't know why that thank you is so important. Even if it is words, just let it go. Do your thing and move on from there. So your team gets paid very well. They have great benefits, great compensation, all of that. But that does not make it kindness. What you are giving is transaction. Kindness is genuine understanding that their journeys are their own and you only get part of it. So the number of years that they are spending is only a few years from the whole entire journey of their career. And if you show great interest or any interest with true empathy towards what they are going through, that would be kindness. If you are leading somebody and you are taking genuine interest in their career, you're mentoring them, coaching them, guiding them on how to grow in their careers, that is kindness. Show genuine interest to the whole person and their entire journey, and contribute to that entire journey in the little way that you can, by helping them build the skills, build the attitude, build the whatever that they need to grow in their entire journey. That would be kindness. Not a package, not a number, not an additional zero. That is transaction. That is something that they are giving you their time and their productivity for. Kindness goes a little beyond that. Vulnerability is kindness as well. Especially you as a leader, if you can show your vulnerability to your teams. Too many leaders subscribe to a masculine idea of what leadership is. If you show your vulnerability, you are telling them that you have gone through the process of learning, made mistakes, and making them comfortable with making mistakes as well. So showing that you were not born the great leader that you think you are, that it was for you as well a process. That would be kindness. Kindness is not selective. It doesn't mean that you have a great network and you go and show your kindness to that great network. These are people who work in your team and you're good to those people in your team. These are your clients that you're handling, and that's the kindness that you will only show to your team and your clients and your network. Kindness has to be spread out. Think of it as toast and having put butter on that toast. You don't put butter in one corner of your toast. You spread it evenly. You have to be able to spread out your butter of kindness and empathy evenly. You have to get it out and spread it out. Don't be choosy as to who is worthy of your kindness and who isn't. Everybody should be worthy of your kindness. Lastly, and most importantly, foster kindness in your team. Foster the kindness culture. Make it a value. And how you can do this is by encouraging people to be more kind. When you see someone being generous to another person, acknowledge it. The behavior that is acknowledged positively has chances of repeating itself. And when you are fostering kindness, it trickles down, the whole organization becomes better. But there's one caveat. There are always going to be people who are going to give more than their capacity. They will give more than they should. Protect them. Understand that there will be boundaries in kindness as well, and encourage that as well. Kindness may be great for profitability and it may be good for the overall organization. But if you are leading a team, how does kindness help you and your career? When as a leader you are fostering kindness, your teams are more engaged, you have a competitive advantage, your contribution to the overall profitability is significant. Who gets the great reputation? You do. You get that spotlight, that you are the team leader who fosters trust, empathy, engagement, competitive advantage, and overall a commercial advantage to the organization. It's a great way to build reputation. Small acts of kindness will ground you. Grounding is very important to become a better leader, because then you are focused on discipline, not overreacting, execution. Grandiose leaders are actually not good for the organization. When you are a grounded leader, your focus is not getting the limelight constantly. It is about really being on the ground and learning to be a better leader. Grandiose leaders are indisciplined, they have lack of focus, they are overreacting constantly. Having a grounded leader and being a grounded leader means that you will always improve in being a better leader through your career. Most people, when they are receiving kindness, pay it forward. And when you are being empathetic, kind to people, and they pay it forward, the world becomes a better place for all of us, and that includes you. So start with now, find somebody immediately, make a small change, smile at somebody, give them a compliment, encourage somebody, tell somebody you believe in them, and they will do it to somebody else, and eventually the world is going to be a better place for all of us, for you, me, your children, my children, all of us, and we'll all benefit. So start with kindness wherever you can. In the last part of the video, let's talk about what kindness isn't. Kindness is not strategy. Kindness is a part of the culture. It is the foundation on which strategy is built. So if you are looking at let's be kinder to the employees so that we have greater retention, that is not kindness, that is strategy. It is very different. You have to have kindness in the foundation. It has to be permeated into the culture of the organization or the team that you're leading. Don't look at it as a short-term goal. Look at it as the foundation on which you can build your organization culture on. Many a times as a coach, I have seen a lot of leaders who have stellar reputations. They are considered compassionate, they're considered empathetic, kind, warm, with great presence, great listeners. But what happens is that when you see in the corner office, somewhere in the corner, there is somebody who is scapegoated. He or she is showing a lot of generosity outside to everybody else, but that one person is the recipient of all the bullying, the nastiness, or the toxicity. This is not kindness. You have to be kind to everybody and manage your own negativity, toxicity, or the dark side of your own self. And if you want to have that kind of kindness towards other people where you can spread it generously, you have to start with yourself. Kindness to ourselves is something that we forget, and when we start with ourselves, our cup overflows, and then we can be kind to other people. So when we forget that we need to be kind to ourselves is when we are doing the show. We are showing other people that we are great, we are nice, but what has happened in the end is that we haven't been unkind to ourselves. Usually when there is unkindness in the organization is because of toxicity that comes from the top. When people are given psychological safety, they are more trusting. So if you walk into an organization like myself, sometimes I go and meet people in different companies, I can see the toxicity, you can feel it in the environment, and usually comes from the top. The rot is from the top. So if you are a leader and you are watching this, if you want a better engagement, better organization culture, you have to deal with that rot. You have to come out and start being generous and present for everybody. And it means everybody, not just a handful of people that are important to you. Before I go, there's a journaling prompt in the description section which you can use to reflect on leadership and kindness. And lastly, do like, subscribe, and let me know what your small random act of kindness was this week. Thank you.